really think I'm gonna be a writer. Even on AuthorTube, where we are all aspiring writers, I feel like I need to come on here and be like, oh, I have a backup plan. But I just don't. I am clothed. I am clothed and I am Jay. Welcome to my channel. I'm a writer. I recently moved to Hawaii and I'm gonna take you along for a couple days in my life. So if you're new here, the project I'm working on is nicknamed The Shark Book. It's a literary fiction book about childhood friendship. I've been working on this version for about, I can't remember. I don't even know why I started telling you that. I don't know. But I've been working on this version of the book for maybe like 5 months, this draft of the book for about 5 months. I'm hoping to finish it by the end of this year because next year I want to start querying it. Currently, the book is at 17,000-ish words. Actually, it's closer to 18,000. And I think it's going to be pretty short. I want it to be a little tiny little floppy book. So I think it's going to be around 50,000. So I'm getting somewhere. Also, if you're new here, the way I'm writing the book, I'm kind of writing the book. Like, I'm not writing a draft. I'm just writing the book. So sometimes my writing sessions look like going and adding a little tiny detail earlier in the book that ties into something I just wrote. And all of my writing sessions are like constantly going over the same sentences over and over and line editing as I go. So if you're like, okay, you're 20,000 words into a draft and you want to query it next year, it's like, no, girl, I'm 20,000 words into the draft. So I feel okay about my slowness. So yeah, I wrote a little bit today. Before that, I went up to North Shore and I snorkeled and I saw an electric eel. I don't know if they attack people. I feel like they probably don't, but it looked like it was coming at me. And so I was like a boat. I was so fast out of there. But it was really cool to see. What else did I see? Oh, I saw a puffer fish. That was so cool. Afterwards, I got shaved ice. And then I went to this beach where sea turtles come up to shore to bask in the sun and feed. And I was looking at the footage I got because it was so bright. I couldn't see what I was filming. But like, it looks so good. I don't know if you already saw that footage or if it's coming.
Walk around Shelby Park at the dark with a dozen necklace. When the days end, writing phone numbers down with a pen on the back in my hand. Do you remember when? Racing bikes to the square, called our names on the back of the bench. I just wanna be your friend. Sesh sweets on the beach.
Then I came back from that and I wrote for maybe like 25 minutes. Oh God, there's this scene. Right now we're at a party and there's gonna be a confrontation between my main characters and something's off about it. I woke up in the middle of the night and like full sentences were coming to me with punctuation marks and everything. And I was so annoyed because I was like, I'm sleeping. And then I had to get my phone out and like record these sentences. And so when I got back from North Shore, I went and I wrote down the sentences and I think I'm on the right track with the scene. I think there was a lot of unnecessary stuff in it and I think I just need to get to the point. But also, God, I'm trying to balance something right now because there is going to be a big turning point that is coming up in the friendship right now. And I don't want it to come out of nowhere. And so I'm trying to make it realistic that it takes a while for my main character to get to the point he's gonna get to. But I feel like in books, it's so often the advice is like, make it concise. You don't need multiple scenes that do the same thing. And I'm trying really hard not to make any scenes redundant, but I don't want one little thing to happen and then it's like, okay, moving on. You know, I want it to build. So I think in my mind, the scenes do different things and they're not redundant, but it's just been hard. But I think at this point, I've earned this confrontation that's about to happen and I'm excited for it. I think I'm ready to go in there and not finish it, but just like give it my best effort. I'm gonna do that, and then tonight I'm gonna make pasta and I'm gonna make sauce with my basil plants. I'm telling you that because I'm probably gonna show you B-roll of my basil plants and I'm insecure because they look horrible. They are just so droopy unless I water them all the time. All right, let me go write a book.
Honey, you got me, and you were right on time. Honey, I got you, and you were right on time, honey.
Okay, that went horribly. So I'm gonna make dinner now. If you didn't know this about me, Mama is a stress eater, so it's time. I can't figure out how to get meat and the vegetables in the shot at the same time. I can't do anything right. Okay. Basically, I get so frustrated when I spend forever on a scene and it feels like I got nothing done with it. Of course, I'm working at the scene. It's gonna take as much time as it needs to take. So I did just get closer, but I didn't get like anything done. I'm in a plie squat at the moment. The scene it just didn't feel real. It didn't feel like something that would happen. And I don't usually struggle with that. And okay, I don't want to give too many details. It just was a little ridiculous, and it still is because I can't figure out how to fix it. I think something's really wrong with the scene, but I don't know what it is. I think I need to change it. I think the tone doesn't make any sense. I'm gonna keep working at it. If I go to bed without getting something figured out, I'm gonna feel like a loser. Yeah, okay, that was a failure, but I'm gonna make this, maybe watch some Ted Lasso. Hey guys, since I'm on the internet, I thought I would tell you guys something really embarrassing. So I really think I'm gonna be a writer. Like, I think that's gonna be my job one day. And I think the book I'm writing right now is so good. And when I query it next year, which hopefully I can by then, I think I'm gonna get an agent. I think someone's gonna want to buy it. No, that's not what agents do. I think they're gonna want it. I think I'm a good writer, and I think one day I'm going to be an author. And I don't think I'm gonna be rich from it, but I think I'll be scraping by from writing. This is how I feel. And I feel like even on AuthorTube, where we are all aspiring writers, I feel like I need to come on here and be like, oh, I have a backup plan. But I don't. I've talked about this before. I substitute teach, and I have no intention of becoming an actual teacher with actual money because I just don't want to devote all my time to that because that's not what I'm passionate about. I really feel like eventually I'll be able to make a modest living off of my writing, which I know sounds insane and stupid. And it's like, girl, please go get your master's. And I'm like, I know, if you're watching this, I'm so sorry. I'm I'm so sorry I'm your daughter. I believe in myself. Whatever happened to believing in yourself? I got this. And so, you know, if we're gonna be friends, if we're gonna get close, I wanna be honest with you guys. And I want you to know that I really believe in this book. I'm putting myself out there. If this book fails, I will be so upset and just like so disappointed because I really do believe in it. I don't wanna censor my hope for it just because it might not work out. Yeah, it's gonna hurt so much more if it doesn't work out because I really do think it's going to, but I don't want to be pessimistic and be like, oh, if it works out, that's great, but if it doesn't, that's okay. It's not okay. If it doesn't, keep me away from my balcony, if you know what I'm saying. No, I'll just write another book, but I will be really upset because I see this path for myself of being a writer, and I would like to get on the path as soon as possible. Even though I'm young, I feel like 23 is young to get an agent. I'll probably be 24 by the time it happens. If it happens with this book, I will be 24. I don't know if I don't think that's not super young, I don't think, in the publishing world. It's kind of young. So I know I sound delusional, but I really feel like this is going to work out one day. Okay, thanks for listening.
This time I think I'll wait it out. I'm staring up at the ceiling like a restless child. After rain comes shine, and you sure know how to make me smile.
What's going on? I just went on a run. A lot of the run was uphill, so that was embarrassing. I wrote, which I'll tell you about, and then I got a really awesome package in the mail, which I'll open with you guys. What else is going on? I'm gonna go to the beach. Later, Ryan and Josie and I are gonna have a call, and we're gonna do a little like summerween situation. And I have those Halloween Pillsbury cookies, and we're gonna watch a movie, and it's just gonna be like so awesome. So yeah, all of that's going to happen. Writing, yeah. Ooh. Normally I really try to like make a scene work because that is, what's it called? Like the sunk cost fallacy or something like that. I don't know. When I feel like I've already spent so much time on something, I'm like, no way I'm giving up on this. I can make it work. But I couldn't make it work. It was horrible. So I knew I just had to cut my losses, and I'm taking it a different way. Instead of trying to describe the entire party, I'm just making like really short vignettes. And I really like the last one I wrote, a callback to earlier in the book, earlier in their friendship. And it's a lot of dialogue, which as we know is all I can write because I don't know how to write a book. I only know how to write a play. I do think I'm a good writer. As we discussed yesterday, I'm like basing my life on this, hopefully being a good writer. But I haven't really received any external validation. Obviously my friends say that they like my writing, but like, so I feel like hesitant when I'm doing something that I feel like is experimental or breaking a writing rule, even though I do trust myself and I trust my taste, but I almost just feel like because I'm not an established writer, I should like stick to a more traditional book or more traditional structure or like follow scene rules. But I tried to follow scene rules yesterday and it was horrible and I hated it. So I just have to trust my gut. It feels like I'm not allowed to do what I do. And I feel like I'm in trouble, like I'm on the naughty list. I don't know. External validation is awesome. Yeah, I'm gonna write more, I'm gonna work on it more, but I have an unboxing. Let's do it. So I did already open it. I'm not gonna lie to you. I already opened it. This is from my mom. Shout out mom if you're watching this. So the first thing I got, this is not the exciting thing. I got a light. It's battery powered. There was a tropical storm. It wasn't a hurricane by the time it hit my island, but it was called Hurricane or Tropical Storm Lala. I was a little bit underprepared for it and my power went out. My mom wanted to send me this light because she was like, you should buy a flashlight. And I was like, Mom, I'm poor. I'll just walk around in the darkness if it happens again. And she was like, so she sent me this light. I also got some footage of the storm. I will put it in here. second of all, this is the exciting thing. So there are peacocks all around by where I live. And I have this awesome peacock LPS from when I was just a girl. And I asked my mom to send it to me because I thought it would be so cute in my car. This is like more exciting than a Mr. Beast video, what I'm doing here today. Look, I got merch of you, look. Look, it looks just like you.
If I told you that I'm over it, the gods have decided that I'm a hopeless optimist. You say your heart has had enough, but I do believe there's still some room in there for us. You can return the keys, you can walk out that door. I'm still living in a dream, like we got years in store. Baby, won't you let me be the illusion? I need you to let me be the illusion. Stuck in a fiction in which our story never ends. I'm the prescription.
Oh my God, they look so
Truth
good.
just needs a little bend. You say your heart has had enough, but I disagree, 'cause I still hear it before us. You can return the key.
My mic is not plugged in for this clip. I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry, I'm so sorry. Guess who just hit 18,000? But that's not to say that writing has been going well lately. So I ended up riding with Ryan and Josie yesterday after our Summerween extravaganza. I think Josie got like 600 or something, and then Ryan got like 800, I don't know. And then it was my turn to share about my sprint, and I was just like, I don't know, maybe I got like 10. I thought I made a breakthrough with the seed, but it still just felt like it would never happen. And Josie was very wise. And she said, you know, the bad sprints are necessary. You're just getting closer to getting the scene right. Blah, blah, blah. She is completely correct about that. It's just frustrating. Okay, but then I kept writing. I wrote a little bit this morning. I wrote last night. I kind of took a little break from that, and I started working on the vignette that comes right after this scene, which is a continuation, if you saw my last video, of the balding paragraph. This metaphor, basically like I'm wrapping up this whole hair balding metaphor. Then the vignette after this, there was such a clear way to continue this hair metaphor, but this is not the hair book, this is the shark book, as we know. And I was like, I'm so done with the hair. So I just like address it head on. I'm like, let's cut the crap. There's no hair, there's no bald. And then I like say what I'm actually talking about. And this is another example of what I was talking about yesterday, where I feel like, am I allowed to do that? Just like say like, we're done with the metaphor. I think so. And it brought me over 18,000. I think I'm at 18,200 something. All right, before I wrap up this vlog, wait, is my mic plugged in? Okay, yes, it is now. Before I wrap up this vlog, I just wanted to inspire the nation and the masses and talk about why you should do things alone, even if you're embarrassed. I'm always alone. Okay, I go to the beach alone, I eat alone, I go snorkeling by myself, I go to the store alone, I go everywhere alone because I have no friends. And I know so many people who don't do things that they want to do just because someone might look at them for 1 second and then forget about them forever. They're like, oh no, like I was so embarrassed I couldn't do it. And I'm like, what are you talking about? You have to do it anyways. If you want to do it, you have to do it. I am so embarrassed like all the time. Not all the time. I'm really used to doing things by myself, but I get embarrassed pretty often. Like I was thinking about this yesterday at the beach. I set up my stupid huge tripod in the sand, and this is a local beach and you don't really want to look like a tourist when you're there. And I looked like, Miss White Girl pulls out her tripod, like that's a tourist. And yeah, I was like so embarrassed. I had to work myself up to doing it. This is so embarrassing. I almost just died of embarrassment. Imagine my vlog suffers because I didn't want someone to give me a weird look. I wanted to tell you guys, in my last video, I painted all the fish that I saw when I went snorkeling, all my favorite fish that I saw. And I was like, oh, it's because I don't have an underwater camera. But I want you to know I wanted to have an underwater camera. And so I thought, well, I have a Ziploc bag, I have tape, I have a phone. Let me just whip something up. I made my contraption in the safety of the corner I was sitting in. Then I had to walk past everybody with my phone in what is clearly a Ziploc bag. And I was a little self-conscious about this whole thing, like taking a plastic bag into the ocean, first of all. Then, to make matters worse, to get to the cove, you have to climb over all these rocks, and they're really slick and they have algae all over them, and there were waves crashing. And so I had only one hand because I had my phone bag and my flippers in one hand, and then so my other hand was like trying to get me over these rocks. And then a wave came, it knocked me over, which is embarrassing enough, but then I couldn't get up for a really just way too long amount of time. Like, I have footage of it and I'm like, why was I underwater for so long? That's way too long. Yeah, that was like horribly embarrassing. The moral of the story would have been, but it was worth it because I got really awesome footage. And just pretend that's the moral, but actually the Ziploc bag leaked despite my taping and my phone got wet, so I just had to like give up. Just know, like, I could have gotten really good footage. And there are so many people who just wouldn't have done that because it was embarrassing. And like, yeah, it was so embarrassing. Like, very. And I think I'm like a lot of people where if I'm with somebody, like I have a friend, say that happened to me and I had a friend, I would not be embarrassed at all. I'd be like laughing with the friend. It would be so funny. And I would feel good because I would know like there is somebody else here that understands the situation. They're not judging me. They don't think I'm weird or crazy. But when you're alone and something embarrassing happens, no one there understands. They don't know you. You feel very alone. It's very terrifying. And so I just try to shift my mindset where I'm like, even if I'm alone, things can still be funny. You don't have to be like shameful or bashful. I mean, I'm on this island at least for a year and I want to get the full experience. I'm gonna do so many things by myself, and I never want to hold back or be too intimidated just because someone might look at me and then forget, or they might not even look at me. That's always a possibility too, that no one even sees you.
I just wanna be your friend.
Oh my God.
Calling our friendships, climb the fence just to go skinny